What's up YouTube? Just so you know, I did finally get around to shooting this gun. This is my Keltec RDB. It's a little bullpup that I bought like a week or two ago. And I went to the range today to try to sight in the new optic. So here, a little red dot, and just to give it a shoot, like a test shot, and I get a feel for how the thing operates. So right off the bat, paying for the going shooting was extremely expensive. Like, I know you have this ammo shortage going on, but like 40 rounds of ammo was $60. So my range trip was kind of short, but I really only got like 40 rounds in. I have more ammo, but I didn't want to run hand loads through this gun of unknown reliability right yet with ammo that has various different bullet weights, because I don't really separate my ammo, because on my AR-15 it really didn't matter what the weights were, it would just work. Well, for the most part. There was definitely a couple times where I had the mortar of the rifle because the bullets would get stuck in the chamber. But besides that, my strong points of the gun is definitely the trigger. The reset was almost unnoticeable. It was a slight feeling of the reset, but other than that, it really wasn't that much of a reset. It's just a slight click, like the most faintest of clicks whenever you would go past the reset. And once I got the scope, the actual red dot dialed in, I was set at like the 50 yards, and it would basically do like a 2 MOA. We have like one bullet here, and one bullet here. They were all really close together. I did not keep the target paper, but for one, I was kind of disappointed at how much money it cost to do like 20 minutes of shooting. And I was unable to film it because this place does not allow you to film, so sorry about that, I was unable to film it. But either way, it was good. I only got to put 40 rounds to it, so really haven't got the test to put it through the ringer just yet. But I did want to go ahead and give you guys an update that the gun actually did work very well, and before you guys have a heart attack, there's no bullets in here, it's completely unloaded. I just got through cleaning it, so. The other thing is too, that if you do happen to have an empty magazine and you swap magazines out, you can use the charging handle to run your bolt forward. So if you're in one of those high stress situations and instead of trying to fiddle with this to drop the bolt, you can just simply run the charging handle back. It'll be really loose till you get right here. Push it down and let it go. And it will charge the rifle without having to fiddle with the magazine release, like your bolt releaser back here. So that's good. So I mean, other than that, rifle works well. It's very, very smooth shooting. There's absolutely minimal recoil. I would probably say less than my AR-15. And I mean, it was uneventful, which is good. And honestly, it runs straight out of the box. I didn't even have to change the gas system. It just worked. So I mean, so that's always a plus. Just get up there and you're trying to focus on getting your little red dot sight in. The last thing you want to do is have to fiddle with the gas system and that. It's too bad that I'm going to have to go back to hand loads with it. I know they're my hand loads, so I know they're loaded to spec. I mean, I know this will void the warranty on this rifle, but the amount of money you'll save is going from like factory brass to hand loads will probably wind up being worth the risk of maybe damaging a part or something like that. Because I know they're not overpressured, because I do know that I load my bullets to spec. Actually, what I do is I find like the maximum load that they recommend, and I take one, or like depending on what it is, like so if it's like a handgun cartridge, I'll take like half a grain out, and for rifle cartridges I'll take a full grain out. So it won't be like full hot loads. For one, most of what I'm doing is target practicing. So is there really a need to run an extremely hot round at close range, and basically what you would say a combat scenario? So you're not really looking for absolute sub MOA accuracy. What you're looking for is good enough. If you're going to go for precision rifle, obviously you want that half MOA accuracy, but for close range within 100 yards, we'll say combat in the scenario, good enough is exactly good enough. It doesn't have to be completely accurate. As long as it's around where you're aiming at, and consistently around where you're aiming at, you're usually good enough. So with that being said, I really enjoyed this rifle so far. I won't know if I'll say if it's worth the $1,400 I paid for it, but so far, and it just works, and that's all it really needs to be said. I would love to run more than at least 200 to 300 more rounds to it before I make the ultimate decision if I would use this as something to defend my life with, and like everything, like a gun. If I were going on a mission or something like that I would take with me. But so far, it's good. But other than that, that's really all I can say about it until I go through a lot more time with the rifle and more rounds. And with the prohibitive cost of ammo, I will have to run hand loads. Because, like, think about it. I have like 2,000 or 3,000 rounds of hand loads. But there's no way I can sustain $60 for 40 rounds of ammo. That doesn't even make a magazine. Like, if I were to load 3 magazines, think about that. That's $180. About $180 for just 3 magazines. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, I know it was like, dumbass, haven't you, don't you know there's an ammo shortage? I'm like, yeah, I do. But I also know that I've been stocking up on ammo for a long time that I wasn't paying for. I really haven't bought ammo for like 4 or 5 years now. Never needed to. I just bought the components. So there's that. And this is AZ3K GT. Peace out, brothers.